but Zhang Yi wanted to hear Sinsin's opinion about them. Sinsin concluded that although the southern region was strong, there was no guarantee they could solve the zombie problem. He believed they were just a reconnaissance group. Once they discovered the origin of the zombies, they would likely send more forces to deal with it, and the city would be sealed off, affecting them as well. Hearing this, Chun asked if they would be evacuated. Zhang Yi thought that was unlikely. But Sinsin explained that this wasn't the worst-case scenario. If the number of zombies became too great, and the cost too high, they might decide to launch a nuclear bomb to destroy Tianhai City entirely and resolve the issue. Zhang Yi remembered Junwoo's offer to leave Tianhai. Perhaps Junwoo had already predicted the worst-case scenario and offered Zhang Yi a way out. Sometime later, Zhang Yi thought that confronting the zombie problem was the best course of action. But how could it be done easily? Yukier looked worried. The zombies and the rat hordes were concentrated underground, most likely having taken control of the entire Tianhai subway system. However, with their current strength, it was impossible to face them head-on, unless they managed to kill the zombie king. But since they didn't know how, the best option was to wait for support from the southern region, whose priority was survival. Zhang Yi said that fear came from the unknown. Their greatest problem was that they didn't fully understand the enemy they were dealing with. He wondered where the zombie king came from, and how these creatures gained their intelligence and strength. However, June stated that other factions had nothing to do with the zombies. They too had suffered from the attacks. But Sinsin insisted they couldn't rule out the possibility that some group was responsible. For example, in the Shirshan base, many human experiments had been conducted in the past. There was a chance other bases had done the same, causing the outbreak of zombie hordes. Considering this could be a trap set by another base, Zhang Yi decided to wait and see if the southern region truly had the capability. He explained that the team from Jiangnan had experience, access to advanced technology, and consisted of strong mutants. He said he hoped Captain Junwoo and his team could resolve the zombie issue in Tianhai. If not, they would have to reconsider their approach. Meanwhile, at the Snow Sect base, Zhang Yi came to deliver a report from her meeting. The girl revealed that the southern region had sent powerful mutants to investigate the zombie outbreak. The sect leader didn't know who they were, but was worried they might interfere with the sect. Zhang Yi was concerned that if Tianhai was considered problematic by the Jiangnan district, more troops would be sent, which could obstruct the Snow Sect. She also relayed a message from the border troops, warning that if the zombie threat remained unresolved, extreme measures would be taken. For that reason, Zhang Yi believed they too needed to take action. The leader of the Snow Sect, Yuan Kongyi, knew that the other base leaders would not remain passive either. They would take action as well. Meanwhile, the Jiangnan investigation team entered the subway and discovered that the entire area had been frozen, trapping the zombies inside. Captain Junwoo considered it a brilliant strategy, a stroke of genius. Wu Di felt his commander was overpraising it, claiming it was just a basic tactic. Wu Di said that if he had spatial abilities, he too could block the subway system in his own way. He also criticized Zhang Yi's method, calling it a temporary fix that only delayed the zombie problem. Vice Captain Ba Yili advised him to learn to acknowledge others' strengths. But Wu Di insisted he could eliminate the zombies with his own power, not just freeze them. Junwoo asked if he was sure. He stepped closer and asked if Wu Di truly understood how strong the zombies were. Wu Di didn't know. He had never fought them. Junwoo explained that the zombies were extremely powerful, yet Zhang Yi and his team had managed to defeat many of them without injury. Junwoo told Wu Di not to underestimate Zhang Yi, because strength was not only measured by power and physique, but also by intelligence and combat strategy. He said that even if Wu Di might be smarter, having strong companions was just as important. Zhang Yi's team was far more experienced and much stronger. Junwoo decided to convince his team and invited them to witness the zombies' power firsthand. They headed to the Xianxing base, where Junwoo observed from a distance using telescope goggles. He saw Xiao Honglian organizing her troops to defend against the relentless zombie attacks. Inside the vehicle, Xiao Yu was preparing food for her captain. Before taking action, one of Junwoo's team members said that, based on the information they had gathered, the number of zombies attacking each base seemed limited. It appeared that the Zombie King had a restriction on how many zombies it could control at once. He suggested attacking the zombies' main base while their forces were focused on the assault on Xianxing base. If they could successfully kill the Zombie King, the rest of the zombies would lose control. Junwoo gave the order to prepare for an attack on the enemy stronghold. Wu Di then declared that he would show everyone how strong he really was. When the time came, he would handle everything on his own. Bai Li reminded Wu Di that their goal was not to fight, but to infiltrate and eliminate the Zombie King. He emphasized that this mission was focused on gathering intel. The Jiangnan investigation team finally found an entrance to the subway near Xianqing base, and began preparing their combat gear. Vice Captain Bai Li was ready for battle. A woman approached the entrance and used her ability to scan the entire subway area. She reported that several zombies were detected but nothing suspicious stood out. With that information, they entered the subway. The 5 team members ran along the tracks and soon encountered the first zombie horde. Xiaoyu noted that this was likely the zombies' nest, considering how many there were. Captain Junwoo asked if the Zombie King might be among them. The woman hesitated but then spotted a white-furred monkey who looked confused by the situation. Junwoo decided they should capture it, ideally, alive. Bai Li, the man with Xiao, and Wu Di stepped forward to clear the zombie horde. Xiaoyu stayed back to monitor and report any incoming threats. Vice Captain Bai Li charged into the zombie group. His glowing spear strikes carried immense power, obliterating all zombies in his path. Now it was Wu Di's turn to demonstrate his strength. He channeled his power and threw 3 glowing orbs toward the creatures. The orbs pierced through them, easily defeating the lesser zombies. His ability was known as the floating cannon, which manifested spiritual energy, and fired it like a cannon blast that penetrated enemy bodies. After the lesser zombies were defeated, a creature Zhang Yi had once mentioned appeared. A blue-skinned, bald zombie with dinosaur-like legs. These were the strongest of their kind. Wu Di was determined to prove he was stronger than Zhang Yi. However, Junwoo advised Wu Di to rest for a moment and let the others take over. Although they were all mutants, weapons were still highly effective. Junwoo fired a series of shots at the monster while the others launched their attacks. One team member leapt forward and kicked the giant zombie, managing to slice into it, though he noted the creature was incredibly durable. Another soldier used a stronger firearm and tore holes through the zombie's body. They fought skillfully. Junwoo cornered one of the giant zombies. He asked one of the monsters if it could feel its own muzzle, then executed it on the spot. But Xiaoyu warned that the white-furred monkey and other zombies were trying to escape, while even more lesser zombies began surrounding them. Junwoo concluded that the white monkey was the Zombie King, and the other zombies were buying it time to flee. He rushed forward to capture the Zombie King, but they were blocked by a group of incoming zombies. Junwoo took off his glasses, and in seconds, his overwhelming power obliterated the massive zombie standing in his way. However, this immense power came at a cost to his own body. Meanwhile, back at the Yanqing base, the attacking zombies suddenly stopped and began retreating. Honglian didn't understand why the zombies had ceased their assault. The reason, most likely, was the white-furred monkey, who was now being pursued by Junwoo's team. The monkey rode atop a giant zombie in an attempt to flee, but the creature was not safe from one of the team members' aim. A shot was fired at the giant zombie's leg, causing both the zombie and the monkey to fall. Vice Captain Bai Li quickly approached and pointed his spear at the monkey's neck, trapping it. The situation caused the giant zombies to freeze, none daring to move. Junwoo was curious. Was this white monkey truly the Zombie King, the one controlling the rest of the undead? Wu Di scoffed at the idea. He believed a Zombie King should be powerful, but this creature seemed weak. Bai Li speculated that the monkey's strength lay in its brain, since the other zombies obeyed its commands. Xiaoyu agreed, saying that if its power was its intelligence, it made sense for it to hide and rely on the giant zombies for protection. Captain Junwoo pointed his gun at the white-furred monkey, and ordered it to command the zombies to kill one another. But the monkey's roar showed no signs of obedience. The giant zombies began acting aggressively again. Bai Li reacted swiftly. With a single spear strike, he brought down the giant zombies. A demonstration of worthy power. Captain Junwoo, disappointed by the monkey's lack of cooperation, executed it and placed its body in a specimen bag for further study. After capturing the Zombie King, they prepared to retreat. As they exited the subway tunnel, they found themselves surrounded by thousands of zombies. However, the creatures just stood still, unmoving. Junwoo concluded that with the Zombie King dead, they had lost their collective consciousness. Xiaoyu believed that even though there were many of them, they would eventually rot away on their own. The white monkey was loaded into a vehicle. It would be dissected and studied in more detail.